Hey everyone, I'm Sean from planningfire.com. Welcome back to the Rich Dad Poor Dad review. Welcome to lesson 6. Work to learn, don't work for money. Now I know, what a crazy concept. Everyone we know works for money. You go to work, you get paid, and you paid your bills. This is a bit of a different mindset when it comes to developing wealth and becoming financially independent. So they say when it comes to wealth, the only skill most people know is working hard. They're trading their time for their money. And this really leads you down a path where you only have one option, and that's to sell time for cash. And time is the one thing we can't create more of. So what some people do is they'll specialize. They go into a specialist field to make more money for their time. They're still trading that one very precious resource. And honestly, to build wealth and be rich, it's almost better to know a lot of little things about a lot of different topics than it is to know a whole lot about one topic. You'll notice that a lot of very wealthy people don't actually specialize, but they leverage a team of specialists that they can trust to then build their wealth and build their business. There is a great quote that says, "There are a lot of A students working for C students." And that's a great point. Basically, that people who are hyper-focused, hyper-specialized, go to college, do a great job, get a great job out of school, but in reality, they're still working for someone. That someone may have been a high school dropout who had no other option but to start their own job, and now all of a sudden they have a bunch of A students working for them. It's that drive and that passion that really can develop wealth in the wealthy mindset. So Rich Dad Poor Dad actually covers the concept that security was everything to his educated dad. He had his job, his career, his mortgage payment, and that's what he was looking for. So that security in a stable job is really what drove him. However, Rich Dad really wanted to learn leadership and leadership skills because that allowed him to drive his teams in the most effective way possible and make sure that they were actually performing to a way that he needed to build his businesses. So there's a really interesting quote that they give us as well. Basically it says, "Workers will work hard enough not to get fired, and owners will pay as little as they can for them not to quit." It really demonstrates the different dichotomies between the two classes of people. You have the owners and the workers. You want your employees to be as happy as you can while costing as little as possible because that's just a good business model, but in reality, they want to be getting paid as much as they can without working as hard as they have to, because for them, that's the good business model. It's this difference that actually makes this relationship very difficult. They do go on to say, if you're going to specialize, make sure you seek something with a powerful union. Personally, I've never been in a union style of job. Information security is not big on unions that I know of, and I can see where they're coming from. If you have a nice strong union behind you, you're going to get some of those protections that you may not have if you're just a worker. For example, in a union, if you put in your time, it's very difficult to be let go of. Teachers union is one great example. If you have tenure, you're probably going to be pretty safe from any rocky ship hirings and firings when it comes to, say, enrollment amounts. And with those union protections, you can also tend to be guaranteed things like good benefits, good time off, good hours, generalized cost of living increases, and those things are all really good to have as well. So if you are going to specialize, try to be in a powerful union. And then he sends it home by saying, "The world is full of talented poor people." And of course, this is a very overgeneralized statement, but it does drive the point home. And I think that's one of the things I like about this book. They take fairly obvious concepts that you might not think about, and they just say them in a way that makes you stop, think about it, and process it. It's a brazen statement, but it is true. I know quite a few people who say find their callings later on in life, so they don't really have a chance to build out a career, and also people who are doing really well. But when you think about dramatic income and dramatic wealth that is generated by businesses, even someone doing spectacularly in their field is making nowhere near this much money. So to close it out, they say there's 3 key things that you should learn, whether that's through standard jobs, through school, or both. You want to learn the management of money, whether that's tax law and accounting, so that way you know if your books are being kept properly, and whether you're invoicing and everything else is going smoothly and according to plan. Management of money is important. Management of systems is also important. It depends on your field, but those things can be really key to making sure your business is operating smoothly. And then management of people, which is of course the most obvious one. You want to make sure your teams are happy and they're operating at a high level. You want to make sure that everything is moving along smoothly so you don't generate bad actors inside your environment who may try to circumvent or take control or quit or bring down the environment. And so those 3 management techniques are key to making sure your business is operating smoothly. So learn those 3 skills, whether it's before you start your own business, while you start your own business, preferably not after you've started your first business, but those are absolutely critical, or at least that's what he drives home. So we're at the end of lesson 6. Work to learn, don't work for money. This one was not as powerful as the previous lessons, but it's an obvious concept that's really important. Overall though, Rich Dad Poor Dad has been an excellent book. If you want to read it with me, the link's in the description below. Just a note, it is an affiliate link, so it helps me out, and you pay the same price regardless. I would love to hear your feedback on Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you started reading it, please hit me in the comments or join the discussion on planningfire.com. If you want to see more of this content, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, or hit the bell for notifications. That way you know when my new videos come out. Once again, I'm Sean from planningfire.com. I hope everyone's having a great day. I know I am. And until next time, take care.